Hey, how's it going, everyone? And welcome back. Hey, how's it going, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a little bit different. I just wanted to kind of give y'all a heads up of what has happened, why I haven't posted so much. A lot of times these videos don't do that well because, it's just me. But I just wanted to say that I appreciate all y'all for sticking around. I recently moved. As you can tell, we're in a new spot, and I have been trying to figure everything out. I got a new desk. It's one of those standing desks. The layout's different. I got kind of a smaller space, but everything's good. I just got to try and figure out how I'm going to do everything. I got that, blank wall in the back, so I got to do something about that. Probably put my Trivium poster up on there. And I just got a couple other things that I just got to sort through. A lot of wires. But yeah, everything's good. I'm going to pretty much make this a quick short video. And yeah, just pretty much I've moved twice now. And I've just been trying to figure everything out. In that process, my graphics card did get damaged. So I had to replace that. And I also had to replace the motherboard. So that cost a good amount of money. So help your boy out, spread the word, share this video. YouTube still isn't paying me yet because I haven't reached that milestone. And I don't blame it because, honestly, I only post when I think I've made something good, which is very few in between videos if you can't tell. But one of the things I've started to really figure out and come to terms with is that my skills as far as mixing and playing isn't there of where I wanted to be, and that's causing me to procrastinate a lot when it comes to making videos. So I'm just going to play, leave all the faults in there. If I do a demo or anything like that, it's not going to be super crazy because I am my own worst critic when it comes to stuff like that. So for me, I just feel like I'd much rather just put something out there. It may not be great, it may not be perfect, but at least I'm, putting something out there and using this as a means of just getting that creativity out of me and onto the internet so the world can see it and criticize it for what it is. But aside from that, yeah, pretty much I moved. I got a couple of projects. I'm looking at starting one today. So if you're seeing this, this might run a little bit longer than a short. So this might just be a quick update video. Not going to do anything crazy with a thumbnail or anything like that. But I've just been learning a lot on how to record and do things faster, easier. With that, I think that I'm probably going to have to eventually move over to Cubase for my DAW. That's more money, and then get some better plugins and whatnot. And again, all this is costing money, and I'm trying to make it more efficient with what I have and use what I have to make good content. But again, I look at stuff and I see things, and I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just, if you're wondering why I haven't posted or why I don't post so much, is because it's my workflow. I'm not satisfied with what I have. I feel like I spend so much time trying to create a riff, and it's either the plugin isn't gelling with me, or I don't like the drums, or it's taking me longer to do everything, and it just becomes this massive project. And I really wish that there was a simpler way of just streamlining everything instead of always going to have to, mess with the drums, mess with the EQ. And I get it. If you're making something professional, it does take time, it does take a lot of work, but I'm not making anything professional. This is just me having fun, and I feel like I've kind of gotten away from all of that, and I want to get back to it. I want to get back to me just making simple videos, whether I do a demo in it, who knows, I might do that. I do want to get to that point where I can streamline making demos, but I feel like the process just takes forever, and I'm not satisfied with it. And I'll spend hours on hours trying to tweak it, trying to get the drums, trying to get the guitar, the plugins, the EQs, all that stuff to fit. And, it's just hours wasted because when I do put it out there, it just doesn't come out the way I thought it did because of the compression and all that stuff that YouTube does. So I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I do want to make it more easier to put out videos. So that's one thing that I'm going to be doing. And honestly, that's pretty much where I'm going to be going with this. Again, I did move, so I'm still trying to figure out all this stuff. I got my quad cortex now hooked into my my audio interface, so I can start using that instead of going to plugins. A lot of it's just kind of just, I have all these ideas and it's just getting backlogged from trying to get it all to work. You know, just running through issues with the DAW, with the drums, the end result, the mixing. You know, it's a lot. So for all of you out there who have, you know, the skills or know people who have those skills, I applaud you, because it is not easy. But yeah, I saw a video recently from Josh Middleton where he was using Cubase, and he literally just wrote some tracks and he just clicked and dragged, and instantly the bass MIDI just appeared. And I'm like, I wish I knew how to do that. What I've been doing is using Easy Bass, and so I'll record the guitars to a drum track, and then I have to deselect the plugin in order for it to be a clean track. Then I have to render it, save it, open up Easy Bass, find the file, load that up, and make it match the guitars. And even then, like when I send that into another plugin for a different bass tone, it just doesn't come out right. And so a lot of my tracks are very like bass heavy, no pun intended there. But I'm just tired of trying to make something perfect. And that's my own fault, because again, I am my own worst critic. And if I don't like it, I seriously doubt that you all will like it. So I figured that the best route is I'm just going to cut all that. I'll still work and learn how to do that from time to time, but honestly, I don't know, I got so many other ideas, and for me to just be bombarded with the technicality of making a good demo track, I just don't have the time. For those of you who know me, you know, I'm a husband, I'm a father, and I have a full-time job. This is for me to just get my creativity out there and just have fun. And I feel like it just hasn't been fun. Like there's a lot to learn, and I just kind of got away from that. So with that being said, and the lighting and all that, again, still trying to figure all this stuff out. I appreciate all y'all. This video wasn't meant to go as long as it did, but I don't know. I always feel like I owe someone something, and so I owe you all who are, you know, subscribed, been sticking around, kind of the reason of what's been happening. So I'm going to start recording another video today. It's on a project that I'm really excited about, and then at that point I'm just going to start having fun, you know, whether people love it or hate it. I just want to do my own thing. I'm tired of trying to be like every other guitarist YouTube out there, where it's like this set thing that you have to follow. And I get it, you know, it's nice to hear guitars in a mix, but honestly, I feel like it's too much for me. So I'll work on that stuff on the back end, you know, if I find easier methods. But honestly, you know, I don't have the time nor the money to keep pouring into stuff like that. And until I start getting a return, I'm not going to do that. So, but if you all want to do something about that, you know, help me out in that way. I don't know if I should start like a GoFundMe for like a little Works DAW station, because at this point I'd have to get Cubase, because Reaper's just super complicated when it comes to doing things. There are ways to do it, but just, again, it takes time. So I'd have to get the Cubase, the Pro edition, which is like around 500 something, and get a couple of different drum packs. Learn how to use Contact, which I love the sound of the drums on there, but it's just trying to figure that system out. Again, it just takes time. So this is just me being real with y'all of what's been going on. But yeah, I think I'm just going to start doing my own thing, and whether people love it or hate it, I just don't care anymore. I'm just going to play, show off, you know, what I got. And a little side note, I can finally show off this beautiful 7-string Matt Heafy signature guitar that I've had in my possession for a little bit, and yeah, as I just keep stepping on cables because everything's still a mess, that'll do it for this video. The project I'm working on does not involve this one, it involves something else, and I got a few days to get it done, and then back to work, back to life. So until next video, thank you all for watching this one. If you stuck around to this end, you know, can't talk. I greatly appreciate y'all, and y'all just keep being awesome, and I'll see y'all in the next video.